So yesterday I told you that Hazel had been having an affair, and it was getting very hard for me to handle. We did try and live together for a while after that, but I never could trust her. When I wasn't there with her, I worried about where she was. So it just wasn't working. And it went on, and I began to hate the time we had together. So one day I said, it's enough. I got on the phone and phoned her lover, I guess, and said, come and get her because we're finished. He was living down in Devon then, and I passed the phone over to Hazel and said, I'll leave it to you to arrange it, which he did. And they arranged to come up. It was on the 5th of November, 5 o'clock night, and he was coming to pick Hazel up. And the night before, we actually got on quite well, knowing that she was going to leave, because there was still about 10 days difference from that phone call and him coming up to pick her up. And on the night before, or day before, for some reason we decided to go out for a meal together. We had lunch together, and it was quite an amiable lunch. And Hazel was saying to me, there's still time to change your mind. And I was tempted. And I said, it's not going to work. I can't do it. And I really was hurting, but I had to say, we can't live together anymore. And we had a pleasant lunch, and we went home. And I said, now it's time for you to tell the children. Hazel couldn't find it in her to tell them. The boys were sitting watching television, and I think the girls were out with their boyfriends, I'm not sure. But I called the boys over, I said, can you switch off the television, guys? Need to talk to you. So they said, okay. So I said, now listen. And then one of them piped up and said, we know Mum's leaving. I said, yeah, that's right. I said, but you're staying with me and everything will be the same, except your mum won't be here, but you can go and visit her. And I said, I'll always be here. And they said, yep, that's okay. Can we watch television now? And I said, yeah. And that was it. They were prepared for it. And I think the girls were too, because we had so much arguing that it just wasn't worth carrying on. I'll tell you more tomorrow. Thank you for listening.